is a quarterfinal round matchup in the tournament to crown the first ever Premier Tag Team Champions.
What is this about?
Well, that is Jack Pollock, in case you weren't aware, Joe.
No, it's one half of our next team, genius. It's what I'm saying.
Thank you. I'm going to take that as a compliment. You know, I do have a high IQ. Oh, punch that little kid.
If you had such high IQ, you'd be talking over Lendl, and you'd hear that Lendl only announced one member of the Black Hand Society. Jack Pollock going to give us some answers, I guess.
I've been given Eddie's and rated tag partners. What? I asked my best friend who didn't ready to be here tonight. What? Who? But he's not here. So I realized friendship means nothing but blood and brotherhood.
Wrestling Academy.
Dupree, come on down.
Well, R.C. Dupree. Yeah, that is R.C. Dupree.
Joe, stand up. There's the flag.
What an obnoxious rendition of the Canadian National Anthem. Where did they find this?
Welcome, Jack Pollock's tag team partner, Team Storm member, R.C. Dupree.
Well, let's catch everybody up that may not be aware. Jack Pollock was trained in Calgary, Alberta, Canada by Lance Storm, the Storm Wrestling Academy. In separate classes throughout the next couple of years would come a couple more young men who based their careers around this area. One of them is R.C. Dupree, the newest of the Lance Storm recruits, so to speak. R.C. Dupree and Pollock have been teaming all over the tri-state area, along with the third wheel of their group, Jackson Argos. And it looks like Jack Pollock went to call on his Lance Storm fellow trained brother. I don't know how you'd call it. I guess maple syrup's thicker than blood or water.
Well, it's important to have somebody you can trust. I mean, his former opponent, or excuse me, former tag partner, Peyton Graham, opening up a home for teenage wayward girls down on their luck. So now he's got somebody that he can trust. Now he's got somebody that's got his back.
Now, this is a really special tag team here. They're the odds-on favorites to win, in my estimation, because ever since Nate Wings recruited his buddy Aaron Williams, the baddest man alive, we've seen the confidence of both shoot straight to the stratosphere. We saw Nate Wings and Aaron Williams overcome the Coger brothers in 8-man tag team action just a couple of months ago. And if they can continue to have that same success in a traditional environment, man, they can go straight to the championships.
Well, you may say that they're the most special tag team. I think Nate Wings is a nerd. Probably a guy that didn't get asked to prom, spent his time in lockers. R.C. Dupree is the eccentric artist. Jack Pollock is the next trending topic. And Aaron, what's he doing with the nunchuck? Those should be outlawed. They're an international object.
What do you mean outlawed? The match didn't start.
Well, he shouldn't be allowed in the ring with him is what should happen. This match should already be disqualification.
That's how he warms up. Just like the Canadian flag or Jack's shirt or towel or anything like that. What's wrong with that?
Well, you can't use a flag as a weapon.
Really?
That would not be done. That is not what Lance Storm teaches.
Where have you been the past forever history of wrestling?
That's my first day, Joe.
came out draped in that Canadian flag. He's not Canadian.
Well,
He grew up in Pennsylvania, and he trained there for like 3 months. It was a rigorous course. Very worthwhile. He earned his spot in this business. He's very talented. He's got a bright future. But he's not Canadian. Hello.
Hi. Well, he's the son, actually, of Canada. I believe Lance Storm said, if I had sons, I would want them to be Jack Pollock. I would want them to be R.C. Dupree. And you mentioned a third member, Jack Snargos. I think Lance Storm kind of sees Team Storm as his children. And what an honor for Lance Storm that is. I mean, look at that.
Lance Storm has quite the dysfunctional family. An eccentric family, if you will. And the official is explaining to Aaron Williams, who knows this. He's a veteran of the ring wars. He is not allowed to use the nunchucks.
I'm sure Clemens is going to steal those and try and palm them.
I don't. Excuse me.
You're right. That's more of a Dave Dawson thing.
I don't know what that's all about.
But I'm interested to see here, speaking of special teams and great teams, for those that may not be familiar with the eccentric artist R.C. Dupree, Jack Pollock and R.C. Dupree have been traveling up and down the road together. This isn't their first rodeo together. And Premier Championship Wrestling, Tag Team Champions, Team Storm. How does that sound to you?
It could happen.
I think it would be great if it happened. I'm not a betting man, and forgive me, I would never say such a thing, but if I were a betting guy, I think it'd be on Team Storm. Nobody else.
Check out the size disparity here. We talked about Duke and Sage. Pollock is deceptively tall, about 6'4" or so, wouldn't you say?
I would say so. I haven't had my tape measure out recently to measure him, but I would guess about 6'4 1/4. Without the man bun.
Nate Wings is about a foot shorter. And about, Nate about 80 or 90 pounds smaller than Jack Pollock, but Nate is showing no fear.
Oh, I know. You're going to say, he's got such great heart and yippee-ki-yay. And
made it to the finals of the welterweight inaugural event. Won that 4-way welterweight showcase at Anniversary. Would have had Gory beat if Gory hadn't have manipulated the system and feigned an injury. Outsmarted the official.
Do you really want to anger the combination even more, Joe?
Gory's not here tonight. He's already barred from the building. Remy LeVay's not here. Cobras want to do something. They can earn it here tonight because they don't need to focus on me right now. They have a match coming up after this.
Well, Joe, I'd have to think that the Cobras are watching all these tag team matches, trying to study, trying to you said that look he gave you. Imagine the look he's giving other people.
You know what? Apparently they're watching when even I don't expect them to, so shame on me. Jack Pollock and Aaron Williams in the ring right now. I would say, you look in the tri-state area, these might be two of the most underrated young veterans that you're going to find. Aaron Williams, I've heard his name on the top of greatest wrestler in the area list for at least a decade at this point. Won the Ted Petty Invitational Tournament, IWA Mid-South, just a couple of weeks ago.
Well, Joe, these are two guys that I would describe as, if you're watching Major League Baseball, somebody that really knows the game, knows the guys that are coming up through AA and AAA and that are right there on the cusp of greatness, and that's what I think you have with Jack Pollock and Aaron Williams.
That's similarly sized. Pollock a couple of inches taller, but I think they cancel each other out with body weight and no a lot of contact being made, but no movement either way as far as taking one of these athletes down.
I think Pollock's the more likable guy of the two, certainly.
What?
Absolutely.
Drop toe hold, nicely done. Felt like Aaron Williams because he won't give you the time of day, but Williams a great athlete. And we've seen his, again, tournament success in TPI. He's got that staying power. He's got that resiliency. Could come into play as we move on to later rounds as a beard ringer. Then Nate comes in with a double stomp to wrench the beard even more. It is great beard-related offense.
Well, Joe, is he or is he not pulling the hair?
He is, but the referee's counting the top rope right now, not the beard pull.
Well, I've counted until 5 about 3 or 4 different times.
Double sledge.
Do you know how long a beard like that takes?
Pulling out more whiskers. This is like the Andersons. You focus on one body part. Or like an extension of a body part. There was a back and forth on Twitter between, I think, Aaron Williams and Sonny Defarge, where Defarge had referenced Pollock's ample facial hair, and I think that gave Williams some ideas.
I'm in a little bit of a loss for words because, I will knock guys for having easy takeouts like the long hair, the beard.
Nate. Nate can come at you from all sides. You never know what Nate. Look at it from up behind a sunset flip countered. Oh, Pollock with a belly-to-belly. Pollock just overpowered Nate Wing.
Well, certainly the power advantage in this specific matchup would be Jack Pollock, no doubt about it. Those fists just feel like bricks hitting you right in the head.
A very eccentric tag. Here comes RC Dupree. What is with this guy? Why is he so weird?
Well, Joe, eccentric isn't weird. See, you don't understand the artist mindset. Have you ever painted a picture? No, you probably haven't. Have you ever sculpted a statue? No, you haven't. As a man that has done both quite a few times...
Why is he blowing kisses at Aaron Williams?
Because he's eccentric. That's what eccentric people do.
All Aaron Williams did was, do a your mama joke to Pollock.
Which was totally uncalled for. Mrs. Pollock is
Now, look at Dupree. Is that an eccentric chokehold?
Well, it's... he's French-Canadian. He's from Quebec.
He grew up in Pennsylvania. He's not Canadian.
Un, deux, trois, parlez-vous français, la bibliothèque.
That is not all of that is French. 2 count.
Yes, it's a certain region in France, of Quebec.
I see.
You think of the long list of Canadian athletes. You've got Sidney Crosby, you've got Wayne Gretzky, you've got Lance Storm, you've got the Hart brothers, Kingdom James, and right up there is Jack Pollock and RC Dupree.
There is a lot on that list that I want to contest with you later, but Nate Wings and Jack Pollock. Nate Wings is still throwing fists, though. Nate Wings is not intimidated by anybody. Keep in mind, even in the welterweight division, he was outweighed in the first round by 50 pounds, but he kept on fighting.
Hey, I'll throw out a joke or two, but I'll give credit to the kid. He hasn't gotten where he's gotten on luck. It's definitely been on talent. It's definitely been on ability.
Oh, there's a roll-up! Cover to no. Nate Wings has had to overcome a lot of literal demons to get to this point, as far as the Koger brothers just torturing him in that unknown room, just rubbing that barbed wire across his body and pulling his teeth out and all these sick sadistic rituals. Nate Wings was just psychologically spent for a number of months until he came back with Aaron Williams. So I think Nate Wings, every time we see him, he gets a little bit tougher and a little more determined.
Well, it's certainly not the size of the dog in the fight, but the size of the fight in the dog there with Nate Wings. But you got a lot of fight with Jack Pollock and RC Dupree, especially...
RC just kissed Nate Wings. So there's a splash.
I believe it was more...
He's kissing the camera.
I believe that was a kiss for us.
Us?
Yeah.
You can have that one, pal. Cover. Only a 2 count there. I'd say long 2 count. Nate Wings in trouble.
Well, Joe, this may shock you, but I am an RC Dupree fan. I admit it.
I could see that, yeah.
Say what?
Not sure that speaks less of, but Nate Wings down with a back kick. Oh, look at that! Nate Wings with a Booker T axe kick.
Well, the new Stevie Ray on the outside then looking to make the tag to Nate Wings.
I love it.
Never thought I'd say that.
Aaron Williams is jonesing to get into this matchup, and Pollock pulls Wings back into Team Storm territory. Wings is fighting for his life here.
If we're talking about an amazing debut...
Look at that, we got a tag!
Well, I was going to say, if we're talking about an amazing debut, RC Dupree could be a tag team champion his first night here in Premier, but things aren't going so well right now.
Hey, Team Storm has the advantage. Williams and Wings, they scouted and prepared for Pollock and his old tag team partner. They had no idea Dupree was going to be here. But Williams leaves his feet. Those quarter splashes doing their damage. Finley roll. And RC. Oh, deposited on top of Pollock.
Well, Team Storm right now is certainly the worst for wear in this contest.
And you never know what Nate Wings has up his sleeve. Cross body. German suplex release style. Wings and Williams just work so well together. Do your thing, man. Nate Wings is going to do his thing. Time to fly. Arabian moonsault to the floor.
Well, Clemens has to get some order in here right now. These two are just running mucking and running roughshod and doing all kind of stuff. It should be one man on the apron, one man in the ring.
Can you imagine Nate Wings as a tag team champion after all the work we've seen him put into Premier Championship Wrestling?
Oh, that would just tickle my fancy. That'd be the greatest thing I've ever heard. Whoop-de friggin' do.
Aaron Williams almost brings the gold home. Aaron Williams, TPI winner, IWA champion. He's just had golden success just come to him for a couple of months now. Really realizing what so many people have called potential for so long. Williams has been under that radar, but now he's making headlines. And wait, RC going for the nunchucks.
Well, that's Aaron Williams' fault. He's the one that brought them out there, so he's totally to blame. Oh,
RC created a destructive Pollock with a chair. Oh, this thing's completely breaking down. Referee calling for the bell. He had no choice at this point. It turned into martial law, and tempers completely boiled over between Pollock and Aaron Williams. And Pollock saw the fancy handiwork of Aaron Williams with the nunchucks. Pollock realized he wanted no part of it. Team Storm's going to be on the first thing smoking back north, and Wings and Williams still want to fight.
Lendl just called that Jake Clemens rather called that too, Lendl, a double disqualification. How's that fair?
Both teams had a weapon. Both teams swung and attempted to use the weapon.
Yeah, but it's Williams' fault and Nate Wings' fault too, for that matter.
Actually, RC is the one that grabbed the nunchucks.
Well, no, but Williams brought him out, so it should be team. I'd like to file a complaint.
Unfortunately, there'll be a lot of complaining in my inbox Monday morning because both these teams have been eliminated from this tournament. Neither one will have a chance at the tag titles later tonight.